You need to keep an eye on Sushi. You know how he can be.
People that they just found recently. This is like super recent. Like there was an article that was made in December of 2024 about this other new branch of the human species that had much larger heads than ours, and they think it was like this really thick, muscular, like heavy human being. What is it called again?
Julian.
Yeah. Big head people. Yeah.
So they disappeared around the same time as the Neanderthals 50,000 years ago.
Have you seen the images of what the reconstruction? Go to some of the drawings of what these people look like. They look fucking insane.
Were they taller?
I do not know. I don't know how tall they look. They look fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
There was like a jacked one, wasn't
there? Yeah, that's the one I want.
8 real zombie outbreaks throughout history. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. Dancing plague of 1518 in Strasbourg caused hundreds of people to dance uncontrollably for days until they collapsed from exhaustion, heart attacks, and strokes, dying in the streets. Number 2. Kuru disease in Papua New Guinea caused people to lose control of their bodies, laughing uncontrollably before dying, and was spread through cannibalistic funeral rituals, eating infected brains. Number 3. Encephalitis lethargica after World War I left millions in catatonic states unable to move or speak for decades, trapped inside their bodies like living zombies. Number 4. Rabies turns animals and humans violently aggressive, making them bite others to spread the disease, and late-stage victims act exactly like traditional zombie behavior before dying. Number 5. Cotard's delusion makes people believe they're dead, walking corpses, and sufferers refuse to eat or care for themselves because they think they're already deceased. Number 6. Bath salts and synthetic drugs have caused multiple incidents of users attacking and cannibalizing victims in zombie-like rages, making national news with horrifying attacks. Number 7. Toxoplasmosis parasites infect brains and alter behavior in mice, making them attracted to cats, and some scientists believe it affects human behavior, causing risk-taking and personality changes. Before I say the last one, make sure to hit that follow button to support the channel. Number 8. Prion diseases like mad cow disease slowly eat holes in brains, turning victims into mindless shells before death, and infected people can spread it through blood and tissue, creating potential outbreaks.
Strange things caught on camera.
Miroir, dis-moi qui est le plus beau, quitte à devenir mégalo. Viens donc chatouiller mon ego. Allez, allez, allez. Tout est beau, tout est rose, tant que je l'impose. Dis-moi qui est le plus beau. Allez, allez, allez.
On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here stands a lone tweaker, posture rigid, eyes alert, clutching what appears to be a broomstick. Not for cleaning, mind you, but as a symbolic talisman. Across the plain of steel and gravel, a freight train approaches. The broomstick, useless against several thousand tons of momentum, is held nonetheless. In nature, confidence often outweighs practicality. And so, the train passes.
Oh, that's nice. Wait, what's it doing? Oh, man! Oh, my goodness! Hold on, man! I'm stopping it!
I'm on your ass, Sushi.
I want all the power you have.
Destroy Earth.
Cannon's hot. Holy
No way, look at the water.
Don't throw it. Back up, back up.
That thing's coming in.
What you're seeing behind me is the destructive power of an Iranian ballistic missile, the rubble of a synagogue that used to be in this area. At least 9 people were killed as a result of this attack. Many of them, it appears, were in a bomb shelter beneath that synagogue. But because it took a direct hit, it appears that that bomb shelter caved in, resulting in this absolutely tragic incident. You can also see the damage that has been wrought to several of these residential homes that were around this small synagogue here in the city of Bet Shemesh on the outskirts of Jerusalem. And this is so far the deadliest missile strike that we have seen from Iran since this conflict erupted yesterday after Israel and the United States attacked Iran, and Iran began retaliating with ballistic missiles as well as drones aimed here in Israel as well as at U.S. military bases and other cities in the Gulf as well. And so we are continuing to see Iran firing missiles. Many of them are being intercepted. You can see what happens when even just one of them makes it through.
Elon Musk just revealed something that might explain why NASA suddenly stopped exploring the oceans. During a private SpaceX conference, he reportedly said, "There are things in the deep we were never meant to find." Many thought he was joking until a leaked file appeared online. It contained a classified recording from 2014, the exact year NASA ended its ocean missions without explanation. The video showed a massive creature with arms stretching over 20 feet long, moving in ways no known life form should. Its name was Magnapinna, a species so rare that only a few blurry clips exist. But this footage was different. It was crystal clear and terrifyingly close. The creature seemed aware of the submarine, circling it slowly, as if studying the humans inside. Musk allegedly watched the full video himself and immediately ordered it classified, saying humanity wasn't ready to see what lives below. Since then, SpaceX has quietly avoided all oceanic projects. Want to see what they found? Just search Magnapinna. On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic. Here, in the cracked concrete plains of the suburban wasteland, we observe a rare and deeply confusing phenomenon. This is the TWEAK cycle, half wheelbarrow, half questionable engineering decision. The TWEAK cycle represents humanity's unyielding desire to go fast.
Oh la la! Oh! Oh! That's a good slap!
That was a great slap.
I like.
Lately, the internet can't stop talking about what was found in Antarctica. What you're seeing now might be the strongest evidence yet that Antarctica isn't just a frozen wasteland at the edge of the world. It's a place where nature built its most impenetrable fortress. But what if something lies beneath the ice? Something that could completely change our understanding of this planet. A team of researchers recently went deep into the continent to study what's hidden under the thick layers of ice. Their destination was the legendary ice wall, the one surrounded by countless rumors and forbidden stories. They wanted to prove that nothing was behind it, but they couldn't have been more wrong. While examining the wall, they discovered a massive opening, like a gate carved by nature itself, to hide something no one was meant to see. Without hesitation, they entered, believing this discovery could rewrite history. What they found inside was beyond explanation, and the footage has already spread across the internet. If you want to see it for yourself, type "The Edge" on TikTok.
This is leaked footage of messages from another universe. Watch this.
Earth is in my target. Time to rock because nobody messes with Dr. Means.
You think zombies are just Hollywood fiction? In Haiti, they say the dead walk because someone made them that way. Deep in the mountains of Haiti, there's a ritual so terrifying it blurs the line between life and death. It's called Vodun zombification, and it's not just folklore, it's real. Rooted in West African Vodun, enslaved Africans brought this belief to Haiti during the colonial era. But it wasn't just a myth, it was a form of psychological and chemical control. Here's how it works. A Borkor, or a dark voodoo priest, prepares a zombie powder often using pufferfish toxin, ground bones, and even human remains. The poison puts the victims into a death-like trance, heart slowed, breathing shallow, and buried alive. Days later, they're dug up, confused, barely alive, then drugged with psychoactive plants to erase their will. They become slaves, bodies without souls. So the next time you hear a knock at night, look out the window and make sure it's not a zombie.
Have you seen the shocking footage of humans from the 1940s that is making everyone question our entire history? A series of insane clips from old 1940s film videos has recently surfaced, and they are sending a chill down everyone's spine. At first glance, it looks like a normal gathering of people from the mid-century. But as the footage continues, the atmosphere turns heavy. Look closer at their eyes. Because the way these people move is impossible to describe. It's jagged, unnatural, and completely out of sync with our reality. When they turn to stare directly into the camera, it doesn't feel like they are looking at a lens. It feels like they are looking through time, straight at you. But here's the part that is sending shockwaves through the internet. Some believe these recordings capture real paranormal entities that lived among us in the 1940s before they were forced into hiding. They say this footage was highly classified for over 80 years, and it has only appeared now because of a glitch in the digital archive. But what do you think is really captured on these old videos? Write me your opinion in the comments.
sticks in the freezer. I did. What you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Día de tamales. Saben. También lejos.
Why do men just brush by and not give me a chance? Simply because we are conjoined black twins.
Doctor means we have a direct target to the Antarctica.
On this episode of Tweaker Geographic, a lone Tweaker warrior emerges at a gas station. He battles an ancient Tweaker demon, striking first, asking questions never. Experts believe the enemy is winning, but the battle must go on.
Hybrid animals that actually exist. Dog plus cat. Cuppy. Goat plus sheep. Geep. Lion plus tiger. Liger. Dog plus pig. Pog or dig. Lioness plus male jaguar. Yaglian.
Goodbye, Earthlings.
I sure hope Sushi can save planet Earth.
Watch what's happening in this video. These aren't scenes from a post-apocalyptic movie. This is everyday America. People are sleeping right on the sidewalks. Some are lying down, some are sitting, and others are camped out next to each other. There's trash everywhere, shopping carts from grocery stores, bags filled with belongings. Their entire lives literally fit inside a single cart. The number of homeless people in America is truly staggering. But what's even more striking is the contrast. On one side, a massive economy, cutting-edge technology, iPhones, artificial intelligence, space programs. On the other, thousands of people sleeping like this on the streets. And it raises an obvious question. How does this happen? A country with $1 trillion budget, enormous spending on defense, international policy, scientific research. Yet the homelessness crisis remains unresolved year after year. For many locals, it has become part of the city landscape. People get used to it. They stop noticing. And when something becomes normal, it's less and less likely to be changed. Can a country like this fully solve the problem? And in the end, who is responsible? The government, society, or the individuals themselves? Write in the comments what you think about it.
G, Kim, it's Maduro. You have to run. Hide now. Maduro? What is happening? No time. They are coming for you. Run and hide or you'll end up in a cell with me or dead. Understood.
On today's episode of Streetwalker Geographic, here on the bustling plains of the city sidewalk, we observe a rare and fascinating specimen, Tweaker Man. Clad in the unmistakable colors of a certain well-known superhero, he assumes the ancient pose of the street hero, one knee grounded, fist planted firmly upon the pavement, head bowed in quiet determination. Passers-by continue migrating around him, unsure whether a rescue or a dramatic entrance is about to occur.
"65 million years ago, an asteroid slammed into Earth. The moment of impact, the entire planet shook. The asteroid crashed into the shallow waters off Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula at over 43,000 miles per hour. The energy released equaled 10 billion Hiroshima bombs exploding at once. The seawater at impact zero instantly vaporized, didn't slowly boil, just straight up vanished. The Earth's crust got ripped apart like tofu. Rock melted into magma under extreme heat, then got hurled 100 miles into the sky by the shockwave. A total of 79,000 cubic miles of crust got blasted away. These rock fragments would rain back down like fire over the next several hours. 5 seconds after impact, all life within 900 miles instantly turned to ash. Not burned to death, vaporized on the spot, not even bones left behind. These dinosaurs were the luckiest. They didn't even have time to feel pain. 2 minutes after impact, the shockwave spread outward at supersonic speed. How terrifying was this force? It could literally peel skin right off bodies. 30-ton dinosaurs got tossed into the air like toys. Trees snapped in half at the waist, then burst into flames instantly. The air itself became scorching fire. 30 minutes after impact, hundreds of billions of tons of rock fragments flew into space. They orbited Earth once, then came back down white hot. The entire Earth got pelted with flaming rocks. This rain lasted for days. The fires on the ground couldn't be put out because the fuel kept falling from the sky. 45 minutes after impact, Mongolia was 8,000 miles from impact zero. The dinosaurs here thought they were safe, but they were wrong. The heat was closing in at visible speed. Surface temperature jumped from 86 degrees to 122, then 158, then 194. Above 194 degrees, life could only be measured in seconds. 90 minutes later, Mongolia's surface temperature hit 300 degrees. Some dinosaurs hid in caves. The microclimates formed by rock kept them temporarily cool. 2 hours after impact, the ejecta cloud started overheating and igniting. Powerful thermal winds spawned super firestorms. Air pressure in valleys plummeted, creating a vacuum. Flames got sucked in. Dry vegetation ignited like a powder keg. Walls of fire swept across the land at 9 miles per hour. North America, a dinosaur paradise just hours before, had become hell on Earth. 5 hours after impact, temperatures finally started dropping. Something even more terrifying was brewing. The dust kicked up by the impact hung like a thick curtain, completely blocking out the sky. The sun disappeared. Scientists estimate this dust circulated in the atmosphere for at least 20 years. Earth went from furnace to freezer, temperatures plunged below zero. Without sunlight, plants couldn't photosynthesize. Ferns and conifers on land slowly withered. Algae in the ocean died in massive numbers. The impact produced 2 trillion tons of silicate dust. This dust prevented plants on Earth from photosynthesizing for nearly 2 years after impact. Earth entered nuclear winter. Surface temperatures dropped by 27 degrees. The food chain collapsed from the bottom up. 1 week after impact, food resources on Earth were severely depleted. Herbivorous dinosaurs were the first to buckle. These giant herbivores needed to eat hundreds of pounds of plants daily just to stay alive. Now everywhere they looked was scorched earth. They migrated in herds, searching everywhere for green plants. Every path led to death. Hunger weakened them day by day, their pace getting slower and slower. One by one they collapsed by the roadside, becoming the last meals for surviving carnivorous dinosaurs. T-Rex, once king of the land, could only starve to death. The oceans weren't peaceful either. After the algae disappeared, oxygen in the seawater dropped dramatically. Ancient ocean giants that once ruled the seas suffocated one by one, their bodies floating on the surface drifting with the waves. Creatures that had dominated for hundreds of millions of years during the age of dinosaurs disappeared in waves like this. Some life survived,